Hey everybody, it's 323 Starlight
and Pixelman EXE,
and welcome back to Lunar Nights. In the last episode, we made it through the Hunting Mansion interior.
Hey, you got it right!
Yeah, and in this episode, we or maybe I should say Pixelman, are going to be fighting
Margrave Rymer. He's a fire elemental vampire.
And if you notice, each of the vampire bosses are named after famous writers.
In this case, this was Lucian. This boss was named after an old English historian. Let's see what's going on here. Great, there's Bea and there's Rymer right there.
It doesn't look good here.
Already had enough? The guild's vaunted solar guns are all but powerless against my casket armor. Tremble before the power of the flame tyrannial house within this armor. The environmental alterations caused by the parasol are almost complete. The reign of the vampires will soon be unstoppable.
If nothing else, we've got to at least get the Jilky away from him. Solar gun, don't let me down. I'm counting on you, witch. Please, just this once, show me your true power.
You waste your time, girl.
And
I'd expect no less from a guild gunslinger, but I'm afraid playtime is over. Huh? Who are you?
You came for us.
time to kick some butt.
I had no idea what you were packing that kind of heat. I guess you didn't know? A solar gun won't unleash its full power until it's wielded by its rightful successor. Perhaps it's a bit too much for you to handle. Huh? Why don't you get lost now? Wasn't there something you needed to protect? Don't get yourself killed, Lucian.
May the sun be
Doesn't it sound like Star Wars?
Lucian. Ah, yes. You must be the vampire hunter I've been hearing so much about.
Listen up, Margrave. I've got something I need to ask you. Do you know of a vampire with twin horns on his head?
Twin horns, you say? You must be the Duke.
So you do know him.
That matters not. After all, your life is about to end here, now.
I guess I'll just have to beat it out of you then.
I am Margrave Rymer. Vampire hunter Lucian, your baptism by fire begins now. Prepare yourself to be sent back to the dust from whence you came. Behold, there my casket armor, imbued with the power of the flame tyrannial.
Throw the cape off.
And
Oh crap, he's a freaking centaur with a...
It's go time.
Seriously?
Yeah. Okay, now, get ready. It is recommended that you have Nero equipped and
It's a good thing... Oh crap.
it's a good thing we never used the
It's a good thing that we're outdoors, otherwise we couldn't charge. Just make sure you're not on his trail when he's running.
fuse with Nero.
Not yet. I only do that in dire situations when I have low health.
It makes him a lot easier, you know.
Yes, but I would rather...
You can beat him in seconds.
I could, but he's level 6.
Sure.
Just don't follow close behind when he's... Ah! See what I mean?
How about this?
When he does this attack, I forgot to tell you, you can destroy these and make them not burn so much.
Now he's starting to get a bit cute now.
Yeah, wait until you see the next... Wait. No. There isn't the next phase right here. Ah!
You're gaining
A 9 combo. Not bad at all. But I still only drained half his health.
If you what's the technique where you infuse with?
It's trance, and I'm not going to do that until I have really low health.
Here's a little thing. If you use trance, you can defeat Margrave
In a super short time.
It's an awesome speedrunning tactic if you're that kind of person. But I guess Pixel here is going to do it the hard way.
Ah, crap! For the first time, my shield gauge actually went down to 0. Now here's a little tip for when you're fighting a boss or a mini-boss. I know I said this before during my antlion fight, but when you attack a strong enemy from behind or the side, it does more damage. Just like in some Final Fantasy Tactics games.
Well, then again, this is
No, you're thinking of... yeah, you're thinking of... Yeah, I know these are different companies I'm talking about. Okay, he did not drop anything. Oh, that is an ugly face.
in more ways than one.
Hey, he lost his legs.
That blade you wield, it can only be the dark sword of legend. A weapon comprised of dark matter. No mere human should be able to wield it. Vampire Hunter Lucian, what are you?
Let's throw you in a casket. If you've ever played the Japanese exclusive Boktai 3, that is the coffin that you seal your vampires in. What was it? Was that it? No, we're not done yet. We've destroyed Rymer's armor, but the dark power he holds within lives on. Unless we purify that dark power, he'll just keep reincarnating himself. Guess we'll need the Sunflower Assault for this.
The place.
Okay, now
Here is the way up in the sky, above the atmosphere, where there's actually sunlight. We've got ourselves the most powerful weapon in the entire game, more powerful than what we've used so far. This is Casket Rider Laplace.
It looks like it has eyes. Is it a living creature or something?
That's the design. In fact, it even has hands.
Yeah, and it lifts you up into the cockpit, which is kind of funny.
Alright, now. Once we defeat the boss, we're able to go into the casket armor, or casket ride. Alright. We'll need to use the casket rocket to break through the alien sky. So, casket rocket, okay. The vampires have unleashed upon us. And then we can purify Rymer's soul in satellite orbit, where the sunlight is not affected by the parasol. You ready, Lucian? Now, if you're not ready for this, you can actually head back to town and stock up on supplies or do whatever you need to do before you do this. So, once you beat the boss, you can either continuously choose hold on to do whatever you want, or just hit ready, which we are.
Pull out that stylus, which is on the right side, if you recall.
Yes, I do. No, it actually pulls us up to his chest where the cockpit is. Oh, let's go. The controls for this, you gotta use your stylus to move the ship around on the screen. To attack an enemy ship, simply touch it. For dropped items, you gotta drag your ship over to an item and pick it up. It's pretty simple.
And I know you can't see me right now, but this
I would rather not look.
awesome. This music's awesome. I love this music.
Yeah, you don't have to say what is... What I just collected, that should increase your energy gauge a little bit.
I thought it replenishes the energy gauge.
I said recovers. Right?
I thought you said increase. I'm pretty sure you said increases.
Tomato, tomato.
Oh.
Each of these enemies is unique in their abilities. For example, these, they just get into position and dive bomb right into you.
They're essentially suicides.
Yeah. this is a very simple stage because, you know, incoming from the right. These enemies, they shoot you. Like so.
It's funny how Narrow it knows where they're coming from. And he's sitting in the place where he's offering his power.
Incoming from the left. This gets pretty repetitive after. It's just too repetitive, just repeatedly touching these enemies. The good thing is they lock on whenever you shoot. Incoming from the right. Incoming from the left.
Destroying them before they can even shoot.
That's my plan. Okay, now, I believe we finished the first phase, so let's blast off! Next, we're a little higher in the atmosphere, as you can tell. Now these enemies are a little bit harder to hit, so you gotta be sure to move around to get the right spots. Essentially, yeah, it just gets too repetitive. Although you gotta be careful of the asteroid belt. In this part, you gotta actually dodge. It's required to move around here. It doesn't do that much damage when you're hit by a meteorite, but it's best when you actually attack them quick. Now these rockets,
they're suicides too.
yeah, those rockets, they pretty quick and they don't stop like those. Watch out! Bomber incoming! We gotta reduce this to 0.
That's gotta hurt. Oh, you almost flew right into that bomb.
Oh, it's very close. Alright.
Wow, that didn't take long at all.
Well, it was a lot tougher than the other enemies we faced so far.
True.
At least the enemies we faced in space. Now we're in deep space, way above the atmosphere. Gotta be careful of these rockets.
And by the time you're in the third phase of flying, it basically gets a bit more hectic.
Such as 4 of these launching enemies right here.
So it's not too repetitive.
But the interesting part comes a little bit later. This is really giving my hand a workout. Ah, crap! What's going on? Ah! The frig was that? Haven't seen this.
Noble fighter Laplace. You think you can purify Rymer's body in the sunlight above satellite orbit, do you? Well, too bad. I'm not about to let you waltz off with his Tyrannial. Prepare to face the fury of Schrodinger, the deadliest craft in all existence. I'll blast you to bits and send you into the ether.
Now this thing is freaking fast. And you've got to be very fast, just not too fast. Otherwise you'll run right into his machine guns.
That's a guy?
I don't know, but... Ah! I didn't know he could hit you when he's going around. If it's even a guy.
Sounds like a girl.
I don't know, but if I think about... Oh, crap, missiles!
If you think about it, that right of hers looks...
His or hers,
like
whatever.
It looks a lot like yours.
Ah, crap, now this is a... Ah, friggin' deadly combo right here. Machine gun and rockets.
Did you hear me?
Yes, I did.
Don't you think?
Yes, it does. So we got... Ah! Ah! Stupid Schrodinger. You know, this actually reminds me of Schrodinger's cat. It's a little experiment about whether or not something is alive or dead. Well, powerful Schrodinger defeated! Alright then, victory's yours, for now.
But you won't get off so easily next time we meet.
Yeah, go ahead, rage quit. Do us all a favor.
So much for being the deadliest weapon in existence. And there it is, the sunflower.
Hey, you made it. I've been waiting for you, Lucian. The vampires of the Dark Tribe are all but immortal. They found a way to protect themselves from their one true weakness, sunlight. They call it casket armor. It renders the light of the sun totally powerless. If you want to defeat them now, you'll have to first destroy their casket armor, then expose their bodies to the sun's light, purifying the darkness that lurks inside of them.
Didn't we just establish that at the beginning of this video?
It needs to be a strong sunlight too, unaffected by the influence of the parasol. And what's one thing that makes all of this possible? It's this very ship, the interstellar satellite Sunflower.
Here's what I wonder. What?
Software's connected! Preparing solar missile! Target locked on! USS activated! That's it! Here it comes! Energy level 106%. Ready? Rocket cannon, fire!
So long, Rymer.
Don't you think 120% is overkill?
So this is the end.
Answer me, fiend. The twin-horned vampire, the Duke, where do I find him?
What exactly do you hope to accomplish by finding out? Would you dare challenge he who resides at the very pinnacle of vampire society?
Challenge? This isn't some kind of a contest. The sole thing I live for is revenge.
Revenge. I see. You must be the one. Well, so be it. Go on. Proceed. Make your way to the City of Darkness where only vampires rule. The cursed city of Koyasan. Only then, once you've spilled the blood of hundreds, once you've trodden over the bodies of thousands, only then will you meet him.
Purification complete.
And I am Ursula, the guardian that governs over flame. You have purified a part of this planet's consciousness, its power. The power that had been usurped by the vampires. Thanks to you, I was able to revert to my original form. The vampires. They rule this planet. They have their way with it. They desecrate the powers of myself and the other Tyrannials. They've overcome the sun with their casket armor, and now they're looking to change the ecosystem itself with their parasol. Vampire Hunter Lucian, Dark Tyrannial Nero, if you truly intend to take the fight to the vampires, then I shall grant you my power. The power of roaring flame. Alright, we got Ursula's power. Now I can use fire, and we've got the parasol's arid desert climate. That means we can make it change the weather. Now let's head back to the planet.
Faster than we did leaving it.
Alright, now let's head off to the gate of the Dark City. The Gate of Binding is what it's called. It's not doing much, is it? Just when we tracked down its location! Whoa, relax, Lucian. Let's just calmly examine the situation before us. We're bound to find a solution, I'm sure of it.
So this is the Gate of Binding.
You know of it, Ursula?
The four emblazoned on this gate represent the four great elements: flame, ice, wind, and earth. I am currently resonating with the flame emblem.
So it's the emblems that are keeping this gate shut. And we won't be able to open it unless we gather the Tyrannials of the four great elements.
There are 3 emblems left for us to recover, and the 3 Tyrannials are still being held against their will.
Well, it's simple then. Nero, Ursula, it's time to go. We'll find the other 3 vampires and steal their perennials away from them.
Now you've got it! Woo! I want fire now!
And we're gonna end things off right here, alright? So,
Oh, brother.
in the next episode, we're gonna be continuing with...
We'll be going on to our second playable character. A young boy whose power is yet to awaken, as the Stellenium guy said. Well, see you later. Oh, brother.